Hi guys. Okay, this is my first time doing this, so forgive me for all the errors that I might come up with in the next few minutes. This is my vlog. I'm actually uploading this through YouTube so that I can get better coverage and also better viewership, because I think that a lot of the opinions that I want to come up with are basically opinions that people think of in a general possibility. But for the next few minutes, my opinion is going to be on the current status of what's going on at everyone's favorite football club. Well, not everyone's, but at the moment, those who are loyal fans, Manchester United. Now, the bottom line is this: when Sir Alex Ferguson retired 3 years ago, basically the general consensus was is that he was giving it away to someone who he thought was deemed worthy of his position, which is of course David Moyes. And Moyes tried. I mean, for all his shortcomings, he tried. He tried to make sure that the club got back its success. But unfortunately, that did not happen because it just didn't seem to work out for Moyes. It didn't seem to work out completely at all for him. And the next best thing the club did was to hire a veteran coach who was known to have produced results. And that veteran coach was Louis van Gaal. Now, Van Gaal is one of the best coaches ever to come out in the European football scene. I think he's had success with Ajax Amsterdam. He's had success with Barcelona, with Bayern Munich. You name it, with the big clubs, he has had success with them. Even with the Dutch national team at the World Cup back in 2014. They did so well. They were brilliant. They were so amazing. And the thing is that he tried for the first season in 2014, 2015. He tried to get this team together. Now it's 2015. We're into the thick of the Christmas fixture season, where there's going to be back-to-back games non-stop coming up for the next few weeks. We just came off another loss. This time we lost to Norwich, of all teams. I have no idea what the hell the game plan is this year, because he does not have any creativity in the midfield. He does not have any consistency in the defense. The only silver lining is the fact in the defense is that he's got a player like Chris Smalling to step up and show that the guy can actually defend properly, a lot better than he has in the past seasons. And of course, the fact that he's still got David De Gea, that is a plus point. But the fact of the matter is that Louis van Gaal has got no creativity in the middle of the park or the sides of the park. He's got no prolific goal scorer at all up front. Wayne Rooney is completely out of form. Anthony Martial is trying his best to create and score at the same time, which is double the work. And Memphis Depay is not getting enough game time at the sides. If I think is that, and this is what one of my cousins told on Facebook the other day, is that we should have Rooney and Mata alternating at the number 10 role, which makes sense. But at the same time, Depay, I think, in my opinion, should be playing as a striker up front with Anthony Martial. The solo striker concept was a brilliant idea when it first came out. But unfortunately, with the type of teams that we are facing these days, especially lower division teams who are coming into the Premier League, I don't think that the lone striker idea works anymore. We need two strikers up front to score goals. My opinion, two strikers up front, make sure that we get double the goals, double the chances. But that's my thought. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the coach's opinion, But coming back to the coach's opinion, and coming back to the fact that whether we need Louis van Gaal or not, I think Van Gaal was a good coach when he came out. I think he was a brilliant coach when he came out into the scene. I think he proved that he can definitely produce world-class teams. And the fact that out of that world-class teams, he managed to produce two fantastic coaches in the form of Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola when he was in charge at Barcelona, it shows a lot. It shows a lot that this guy has got what it takes to develop not only the best players in the world, but the best coaches in the game. Now, there are a lot of rumors saying that it's going to be Carlo Ancelotti, it's going to be Pep Guardiola, it's going to be Jose Mourinho taking over at Manchester United. In my opinion, whomever takes over at Manchester United, my opinion is give what the fans want. We want the old school Manchester United. We want two strikers up front. We want creativity in the midfield. We want to be the terrors. Because from the 1990s, early 1990s, right up to 2000, we were the ones who dominated the English football with our creativity in the midfield, with our goal scoring, with our prolific goal scorers, up two strikers up front there, scoring like crazy, man. Now, I know it's impossible in this day and age to recreate what that team did. But let's get one thing straight. That team achieved greatness. And that is a very high bar. We gotta go back to that greatness. We gotta go back to that type of attacking style type of football whereby our players have two strikers, our teams have two strikers up front which literally are dangerous. We've got wingers, we've got midfielders who create chances, who create goal scoring opportunities, which literally scares the pants out of the defense. And we've got a rock solid defense which no one can penetrate. That is what Manchester United was all about back in the 90s, and that was what we were all about in the early 2000s and so on and so forth, until Ronaldo left the team. We were all about that until Ronaldo left the team. Once Ronaldo left the team, the floodgates opened. But the worst floodgate opened the moment that Sir Alex left the club, because he had to retire. It was his time. And we ain't denying it. The man created great things at the club. But enough's enough. We want to go back to the old school type of football. We want to go back to the type of tactics which are different. We want the team to score goals. Now, at the end of the day, it's up to the coach and it's up to the players. If they think they should be performing 100 times better than this, then by God, they can be playing 100 times better than this. I mean, take Chelsea for instance, okay? When they had the so-called AVB, when they had Andre Villas-Boas in charge of the club, the players under Didier Drogba, under Frank Lampard, under John Terry, all of them banded under those players and said, you know what, enough's enough. If we're going to keep on losing coaches, I think the best thing we got to do right now is to come up with our own style of football and make sure that we win something. And that team went on to win the Champions League with a low-level coach known as Roberto Di Matteo, an ex-Chelsea player, by the way, who became subsequently an assistant to Andre Villas-Boas, who eventually became Andre Villas-Boas' successor for a while. That team amazingly pulled off the impossible, not by winning the Premier League, but by winning the Champions League. It was the first time Chelsea actually won a solid European trophy without Jose Mourinho in charge, or without any of the big name coaches in charge. They achieved something. So I think Manchester United can do the same thing, but the players have got to get their act together, and most importantly, the coach has really got to get his tactics in order, because we want this team to win again. We've already out of the Champions League. We've got the Europa we've got the Europa League. We've got the FA Cup, and we've got the Premier League. We cannot lose any more chances. We need a silverware this year. We need to prove that this year is our comeback year. For 2 years, we've been without a trophy. Don't make it a third year. Don't make it a third year without a silverware. We need a silverware. So this is my request to all you Man United fans. If you think I am saying it wrongly, please do say so at my YouTube page. If not, if you truly agree with me, please join me in voicing our opinion to Louis van Gaal and to the board who's in charge of Manchester United, and to the players themselves. Guys, we want the Red Devils. We want the Red Devils back. Thank you.